If you've read William Shakespeare's Sonnet 18, you may remember this famous quote, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and the summer's leaves have fall too short a date." From this sonnet, we can tell that May was a summer month in Shakespeare's time. That was before an international organization for meteorology defined summer as the months of June, July, and August based on weather conditions. Prior to the meteorological definition of the 4 seasons, the summer solstice was generally considered the peak of summer in Europe for having the longest daylight of the year. Ancient Chinese also saw the summer solstice as the midpoint of summer for the same reason, and that made summer start in early May. According to a Chinese almanac, summer begins when the sun reaches the celestial longitude of 45 degrees. That can be any time between May 4th and May 7th. This day is called 立夏 in Chinese, which can be translated as first signs of summer in English. One of the first signs of summer, according to a Song Dynasty poet named Yang Wanli, is the beginning of the pomegranate flowering season. As stated in one of his poems, pomegranate trees know when to call it the first day of summer. They present a single flower on this day every year. However, pomegranate flowers will not be at their peak until about a month later. The flowers blooming most beautifully in early May are roses and herbaceous peonies, which have already been in bloom for weeks. While enjoying May flowers, many people in China eat boiled eggs on the Chinese-defined first day of summer because the tradition has taught them that eating eggs can increase their intake of nutrients right before the weather gets hot and causes a loss of appetite. With this concept in mind, Chinese people used to weigh themselves on this day, hoping to prevent themselves from losing weight over the summer. But the custom has become outdated. Nowadays, most Chinese people would rather lose weight. Even so, they still indulge in traditional treats on the Chinese-defined first day of summer. In addition to eggs, they will have 3 varieties of freshwater fish or shellfish, depending on what's locally available. They will also have amaranth leaves, broad beans, and garlic sprouts as 3 vegetables in season. So will they have apricots, cherries, and either loquats or green plums as 3 fresh arrivals at the local fruit market. Apparently, in Chinese culture, this day is full of nature's bounty, which makes it feel summery, though the weather is still spring-like. Starting from this day in early May, there is a 15 to 16-day period that is regarded as a solar term in Chinese culture. Ancient Chinese meteorologists divided the year into 24 solar terms, which have been recognized by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization since 2016 as Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity. Like other solar terms, this one can be divided into 3 parts. Each part is 5 to 6 days long. The first part of the solar term, starting from early May, is when frogs begin to croak. The second part is when earthworms come out. The third part is when cucumbers produce fruit. This solar term is the first one coming with fruit-laden vines and trees. There will be more fruit varieties during the next solar term, which will be featured in the next video. Please stay tuned. In the meantime, why not go cherry picking?